Our next presenter loves pomegranates, and in her free time, she loves diamond painting.
Tonight, though, she's here and she is ready. She's going to share with us the power of your reactions. So let's give it up for Miss Harmony Sikora.
Tell you that you can take control of your actions, and that is what matters. But I would like to argue that your reactions are more defining. Life can be described as a series of reactions. In so many circumstances, you have one chance for an initial action, but there are countless opportunities for reactions. I'd like to tell you about 3 types of reactions: reflex, passion, and intention. There are way more types, but I've picked the 3 that relate to me the most. There's definitely 2 that I'm good at, and one that I'm still working on. But first, I'd like to tell you a little bit about me. I love my dog Django, my family, and I'm a big fan of snacks. I like fashion and pretty much anything sparkly. My favorite subject is health science, and I want to be a police officer when I grow up. To fulfill these hopes and dreams that I have, I am going to need to be conscious of the reactions that I choose. Reacting as a reflex can be a reaction that saves your life, like moving out of a way of a vehicle speeding towards you is a reflex. It's just human instinct, and you don't even have to think about it. But reacting as a reflex can also be mirroring the actions of others. This is one of the things that I struggle with the most. This is my older sister named Ella. She's a fantastic person who shows me amazing things that I can do and try out in my life. Ella is a great example, and in many ways, I want to be just like her. Some of the things that Ella does are basketball, cross country, piano, archery, and soccer. Some of the things that I do are basketball, piano, archery, cross country, and soccer. Do you see the pattern here? I was just doing things that Ella did. Ella did basketball, so I did basketball. I don't even like soccer, but Ella did it, so I signed up too. Ella turned into my reflex. I got to thinking, when do I start making my own path and doing the things that I choose? It isn't easy, but my dad always says, just try things. But what should I try? How do I know what I am interested in? Sometimes I think it's easier to be a reflection than an original piece of art. Recently, I've worked really hard at finding my own adventure. I've tried hard at finding activities that I love and enjoy. Navigating for myself is difficult and different, but it does have such a high reward. Like I found great new activities like horseback riding and CrossFit. I enjoy horseback riding because I like being outside and with animals. It helps me to reflect and to be me. I enjoy CrossFit because it's a challenge that reminds me that I'm capable of doing hard things. One of the lessons that this has taught me is that just because someone else does something well or is inspiring doesn't mean that this has to be my own path too. Reacting with passion is my default. I'm a very passionate person. I live my life with superlatives. Everything's either the greatest or the worst. Passion is an intense reaction that sometimes isn't well thought out. It's an all or nothing reaction, and in my case, I use passion a lot. I don't always know why I'm feeling so strongly about things, I just regularly have big emotions. But just because I have these big emotions doesn't always mean that I wear them on my sleeve. When you think of passion or intense reaction, you might think right away of anger or rage. And while that might be true in some cases, passion also means that you care deeply about something. Since passion is my immediate reaction, I use it every day. When my mom calls me for supper, I always answer, but she doesn't hear me. How is it possible that my mom never hears me, not even once? When she asks me again, there's definitely something that happens inside of me, and I get mad. That was more of a negative, intense reaction, but I also have many positive reactions as well. I can often be heard saying, "This is the best thing ever." Because of these intense reactions, I tend to have super vivid memories. I think reacting with passion is important because I need to feel deeply about something to create change. I want to react with intention. I think reacting with intention is the most effective way to use your power. I desire to react with intention because it takes the best part of you, your passion, your past reactions, it takes what you think and it reflects who you truly are. But intention takes a lot of time and a lot of thought. And for someone like me who is impatient, it is definitely difficult to react with intention first. Intention also takes a lot of self-control. You need to give yourself enough time to consider all of the options that you have. I think the best way for people to gain this skill is to just take a moment, pause, and reflect. You need to analyze your reactions so you can turn them into intentions. To effectively react with intention, you need to know who you are and what you stand for. I'm 15 years old and I'm definitely still working on it. For example, when I was asked to consider applying for this Pecha Kucha, my reflexive reaction was absolutely not. Never in a million years, that's not a good idea for me. But my passionate reaction was yes. I think that I do have some great ideas that I do want to share. And my intentional reaction was that I think this is a great opportunity. So I took a moment and decided that this would be a great adventure. Reactions happen all the time. It's something that is needed for every single interaction. The reaction that you choose will affect the outcome of your situation. All three reactions, reflex, passion, and intention, are not all necessarily bad or good. There is no simple answer, but I think that using all three to your advantage is really important. My goal is to react with passionate intention. I believe that that's the best way to show myself and to the world who I truly am. I'd like to leave you with a challenge. Before you close your eyes tonight, think about your past reactions from the day and wonder how you might choose to make them better for tomorrow.